Aging arrives like a quiet guest, not loud, but leaving unmistakable marks on the body. One of the most silent and persistent signs is osteoporosis, the invisible thief that gradually weakens your bones with each passing year. You may have been surprised that a minor fall resulted in a hairline fracture that took weeks to heal. Or perhaps you've simply noticed you're a bit shorter, your back aches more often, or your doctor has started whispering terms like low bone density or mineral loss. All of these come from a rarely spoken truth. After age 60, your body no longer absorbs calcium and vitamin D as effectively as before, causing bones to weaken, even if you're still eating well enough. But this isn't something irreversible. One of the simplest and most effective ways to protect your bones as you age isn't found in your medicine cabinet. It's found right in your kitchen. Nutrient-rich foods, especially those high in vitamins C, D, K, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and omega-3 fatty acids, are the daily building blocks and protective shields your skeletal system needs to stay strong. You might immediately think of milk, and you wouldn't be wrong. But if you rely solely on milk, you're missing out on a wide range of other foods that quietly work wonders for your bone health. Today, we'll explore 8 delicious foods that not only help prevent osteoporosis, but also keep your bones strong after 60, some of which may surprise you with just how powerful they are. In particular, food number 7 on this list might astonish you. It's rarely mentioned in bone health conversations, yet it contains nutrients that can help reverse the process of degeneration. Stick with us to the end to discover this hidden gem, because chances are you've overlooked it every day without realizing. And here's the best part. Nothing on today's list is too expensive or hard to find. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Just adding the right things at the right time can make a real difference in your skeletal health. Because bones aren't just what keep you standing upright. They are the foundation of your independence, your confidence, and the quality of life you truly deserve. Are you ready? Leave us a comment and let us know. Have you ever seriously thought about your bone health? Hit like, share this video, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any valuable scientific insights. Because sometimes, just one timely lesson can protect an entire decade of health. Now, let's open the door to 8 bone-friendly foods. And don't take your eyes off food number 7. It just might surprise you. If your body were a sturdy house, your bones would be the foundation. But over time, the wear and tear of aging slowly erodes that base. And did you know? There's a silent worker that science has proven can strengthen that foundation every single day, and that's vitamin C. You can easily find this amazing nutrient in citrus fruits like oranges, tangerines, lemons, and grapefruits. And surprisingly, they don't just help wake you up in the morning. They play a critical role in protecting and rebuilding your bones. Most people think of calcium when it comes to bone health, but few realize that vitamin C is a vital catalyst in collagen synthesis, and collagen is a structural protein that's essential in bone tissue. Without enough collagen, your bones become more brittle, more porous, and vitamin C is the anchor that helps hold that structure together. A study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that older adults with higher blood levels of vitamin C had significantly greater bone density, especially in vulnerable areas like the hips and spine. Just one pink or red grapefruit a day provides around 91 milligrams of vitamin C, enough to meet your basic daily needs. Not a fan of grapefruit's tangy flavor? No problem. A medium orange contains over 83 milligrams of vitamin C, and its sweeter taste may quickly win you over. Sometimes, the simplest way to begin caring for your bones starts with a glass of orange juice in the morning or a few slices of grapefruit alongside lunch. While citrus fruits deliver a powerful boost to bone health thanks to their vitamin C content, if you're looking to build an even stronger layer of protection for your skeleton, you simply can't overlook one of nature's most recognizable color groups, dark leafy greens. Imagine your body as an old building in need of thorough maintenance. After the paint job is taken care of with the vitamin C from oranges and grapefruits. It's this steel framework, calcium and vitamin K, that keeps the structure strong from the inside out. And this structural support is quietly hidden in humble bundles of kale, collard greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens. Everyday foods that carry extraordinary power. Did you know that just 1 cup of cooked turnip greens can provide up to 200 milligrams of calcium? Not only does this significantly boost your calcium intake, but it's also an ideal option for those who struggle to consume milk or dairy products. But the benefits don't stop there. Dark leafy greens are also rich in vitamin K, a quiet but critical player in regulating osteocalcin, a protein that helps bind calcium to your bones. Without enough vitamin K, even if calcium knocks on the door, it may never reach where it's needed. A study from Harvard Medical School found that older adults who consumed sufficient vitamin K daily had a significantly lower risk of fractures, especially postmenopausal women, who are among the most vulnerable to osteoporosis. Perhaps the most beautiful thing about leafy greens isn't just the nutrients, it's how they make you feel. A warm plate of sautéed greens or a bowl of vegetable soup on a chilly evening does more than nourish the body. It gently reminds you that you're taking care of yourself the right way. And if leafy greens are already part of your daily meals, congratulations. You're making a long-term investment in your body's foundation. But if greens are still an unfamiliar friend, perhaps it's time to bring them into your meals, not just out of habit, but for a greater reason, to keep your bones strong and stable beyond the age of 60. Are you ready for the next fruit? A small surprise packed with unbelievable nutrition? We'll meet it right now. After meeting our two green warriors, citrus fruits and leafy greens, it's time to introduce a quiet character, rarely seen in everyday meals, yet one that holds powerful potential for protecting bones that grow more fragile with age. It is the fig, a fruit once revered as a symbol of life and longevity in many ancient cultures. No need for grandeur. Just 5 fresh figs can provide around 90 milligrams of calcium, not to mention potassium and magnesium, 2 silent assistants essential to bone strength. Potassium helps neutralize excess acid in the body, preventing calcium from being pulled out of bones as a buffer, while magnesium helps regulate vitamin D, a crucial factor in proper calcium absorption. What could be more remarkable than a small fruit delivering such a powerful synergistic effect? And if you're concerned about finding fresh figs year-round, here's the good news. Dried figs retain most of their nutritional value. Just half a cup of dried figs gives you about 121 milligrams of calcium, nearly 1/8 of your daily needs. It's a sweet, chewy, convenient option that doesn't require elaborate preparation. A study from the Institute of Nutrition found that consuming naturally calcium-rich fruits like figs positively affects bone mineral density in older adults, particularly postmenopausal women. No need for high doses or expensive supplements, just consistency, the right approach, and time. Once considered an old-fashioned fruit, rarely spotted in bustling grocery aisles, figs are now quietly building a protective shield for your bones, bit by bit, day by day, with lasting impact. If you've ever enjoyed the mildly sweet, slightly nutty taste of dried figs in a salad or as a snack, you know that the satisfaction goes beyond flavor. It's the peace of mind that you're doing something truly right for your body. So take a look around. Has anyone in your family, or maybe even you, underestimated this little fruit? If so, now might be the perfect time to welcome it back to the table, not as a fleeting trend, but with a new perspective. Figs aren't just food. They're a long-term investment in bone health after 60. What are your thoughts on this quiet little fruit? If you've ever included figs in your meals, share your experience, because something small you say just might help someone else avoid a much bigger risk in the future. Now it's time to meet another small but mighty warrior. This time from the world of nuts, the almond. You may have nibbled on a few almonds as a snack or heard that they're good for heart health. But here's something you might not know. Almonds are also powerful allies for your bones, especially once you've passed the age of 60, when every milligram of calcium becomes as precious as gold. Just 2 tablespoons of almond butter, about 32 grams, provide 112 milligrams of calcium. But that's only part of the story. In that same small serving, you also get around 240 milligrams of potassium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in maintaining internal balance and helping prevent calcium from being excreted. In other words, potassium acts like a gatekeeper, keeping calcium where it belongs, in your bones, not lost through your kidneys. Almonds also contain magnesium and protein, 2 essential nutrients for the formation of new bone tissue. As we age, the body's ability to build bone slows down, which makes supplying it with the right building blocks all the more important. And the wonderful thing is, almonds, small as they are, manage to pack in all 3 of these vital nutrients in one single serving. But don't think of almonds as just a dry, nutritious snack. Imagine a breakfast of whole grain toast with almond butter, topped with a few slices of ripe banana, or a refreshing afternoon smoothie with a spoonful of almond butter blended in, adding a creamy richness without needing extra sugar or condensed milk. That gentle flavor, slightly nutty and naturally sweet. Almonds don't just nourish the body, they soothe the soul. If you've always believed that building bone required drastic measures, maybe you've never considered the quiet power of a spoonful of almond butter. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults who regularly consumed nuts, especially almonds and walnuts, had significantly higher bone density and a lower risk of fractures compared to those who rarely ate nuts. So if you're looking for a simple yet effective way to support your bone health without turning to supplements, almonds are a natural choice. You don't need a lot, just consistency. And over time, you'll feel the difference. Among all the nutritional choices available today, what makes almonds truly special may be their quiet loyalty. They're not flashy, they don't make noise, but they steadily deliver benefits every day, like a reliable old friend. And if you're already eating almonds daily, share your favorite recipe or way to enjoy them. It might just be what someone else needs to begin their journey towards stronger bones. Right after almonds, the tiny nut with big bone-strengthening power. Let's move on to a more familiar symbol that has been with us since childhood, milk. But don't let its familiarity cause you to overlook its true strength, especially once you're past 60. Milk isn't just a beverage, it's a natural nutrition vault, packed with calcium, vitamin D, protein, and phosphorus, the 4 essential elements for building and maintaining bone density. According to data from the U.S. Institute of Medicine, adults over 60 need about 1,200 milligrams of calcium daily, and just 1 8-ounce, 240 milliliters, glass of milk delivers over 300 milligrams, nearly a quarter of your daily needs in a single serving. So why is milk especially important at this age? Because aging reduces calcium absorption, the rate of bone regeneration also slows down. Without regular fuel, bones weaken quickly, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, even from a minor slip. And here's the reality. A small fall at 30 might leave you with a bruise, but at 70, it could mark the beginning of losing your independence. A common question is, what if I can't drink cow's milk? The answer, no problem. Today, plant-based milks like almond, soy, and oat are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, giving you more flexible options. Just be sure to choose products labeled fortified to ensure you're getting the same nutritional value. One big advantage of milk is how versatile it is in your meals. You can enjoy it as part of your breakfast, poured over oatmeal, blended into smoothies, or simply as a warm glass at night, which can even help you sleep, thanks to tryptophan, an amino acid that promotes relaxation. Studies show that older adults who regularly consume milk have a 21% lower risk of hip fractures compared to those who rarely drink it. And beyond strengthening bones, milk also supports immune function, muscle health, and energy stability, especially when paired with moderate physical activity. Of course, moderation is key. 1 to 2 servings a day is enough. If you don't like plain milk, yogurt, or cheese are excellent alternatives, often easier to digest while still providing high calcium content. It would be a real shame if such a simple, accessible food like milk were forgotten amid today's whirlwind of nutrition trends. Because sometimes, it's the humblest things that offer the strongest protection for your health. And if you're already in the habit of drinking milk daily, keep going. If not, perhaps now is the time to reintroduce this old friend into your daily life. Not for anyone else, but for the bones quietly carrying you every single day. Now let's move on to food number 6. Honey, a name so sweet that many wouldn't expect it to have a role in strengthening bones after 60. But here's the surprise. It's not just the natural sweetness or its soothing effect on the throat that makes honey worth your attention. It's the hidden calcium and nutrient absorption support tucked inside every golden drop. After age 60, the body doesn't just need to take in calcium, it must also use it effectively. And this is where honey begins to reveal its unique role. According to the Journal of Applied Nutrition Research, honey, especially raw, unprocessed honey, contains trace minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Just 1 tablespoon, about 21 g, offers 41 milligrams of calcium, a meaningful amount when compared to many leafy greens. But what truly makes honey stand out is not just the quantity, it's the way it enhances the absorption of other minerals. Honey contains natural enzymes like glucose oxidase and antioxidant compounds that help reduce inflammation, thereby improving digestive function. A critical factor for older adults aiming to absorb calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D more efficiently from other foods. If you've ever added a spoonful of honey to yogurt, stirred it into herbal tea, or used it as a natural sweetener in your morning oatmeal, you've been caring for your bones, even without realizing it. These accidental combinations of honey with calcium-rich foods have been shown in experimental studies to boost calcium absorption by up to 25%. And don't forget, beyond its nutritional content, honey is a natural antibacterial agent that helps reduce mild inflammation in the body, a factor that silently contributes to bone degeneration over time. In a world where many seniors face chronic low-grade inflammation, this benefit shouldn't be underestimated. Of course, honey is still a natural sugar, so moderation is key. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons per day, ideally in the morning or as part of a main meal, is enough to gain its benefits without disrupting blood sugar levels. If you've never thought of honey as part of your bone care strategy, now may be the time. Because sometimes, the real sweetness isn't in the flavor, but in the quiet, long-term protection it offers your health. Now let's move on to the 7th food, and as teased in the introduction, this may just be the biggest surprise on the list. Have you guessed what it is? It's salmon and other fatty fish. The unexpected hero I hinted at earlier in the article. If you've always thought that bone protection was all about calcium and vitamin D from milk and leafy greens, fatty fish, especially salmon, sardines, and mackerel, may change your perspective. What first makes fatty fish a silent champion of skeletal strength is their rich vitamin D content. A 100 g portion of grilled salmon can provide anywhere from 600 to 1,000 IU of vitamin D, meeting or even exceeding the daily recommended intake for adults over 60. And yet, most seniors are vitamin D deficient without knowing it, due to the body's declining ability to synthesize it from sunlight with age. And vitamin D, as you know, is the key that unlocks your body's ability to absorb calcium effectively. But the story doesn't stop there. Fatty fish are also loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, which have been proven to reduce systemic inflammation, including the silent inflammation that contributes to osteoporosis. A study from Harvard Medical School found that people who consumed a diet rich in omega-3s had significantly higher bone density, after 5 years compared to those who did not. Beyond vitamin D and omega-3s, sardines, though a humble food, top the list when it comes to highly absorbable calcium. You might be surprised to learn that 100 g of canned sardines contains up to 382 milligrams of calcium, nearly the same as 1.5 cups of milk. And the best part? This calcium comes from the tiny, soft bones of the fish, which are easy to digest. If you're concerned about the fishy smell or the hassle of cooking fresh fish daily, then high-quality canned salmon or no-salt-added canned sardines are excellent alternatives. They're convenient, easy to store, and retain most of their precious nutrients. A small can of salmon added to a salad or mashed with avocado on a slice of whole grain toast can be a perfect lunch for older adults. And if you're wondering, is eating fish a few times a week enough? The answer is yes. 2 to 3 servings per week is the optimal intake recommended by the American Society for Clinical Nutrition. That means including fatty fish in your meals just 2 to 3 times a week already lays a much stronger foundation for your bones. It's no surprise that many geriatric doctors in North American care facilities recommend fatty fish as a key part of osteoporosis prevention, not only because it's nutrient-dense, but also because it's gentle on the aging digestive system, easy to prepare, and doesn't feel as heavy as red meat. So there you have it. A food many associate with heart health turns out to be a powerful shield for your bones after 60. Do you eat fatty fish regularly? Share in the comments below. Your habit might just inspire someone else to start their journey towards stronger bones today. Let's finish the list with the 8th and final food, a humble ingredient that's essential to bone structure. Are you ready? It's the potato. Unassuming, unpretentious, but potatoes, especially baked sweet potatoes, hold two often overlooked nutrients that are vital for bone health: magnesium and potassium. We often hear about calcium, vitamin D, and even omega-3s when it comes to bone health. But magnesium and potassium are the behind-the-scenes players that quietly coordinate the entire process. And surprisingly, a medium-sized sweet potato, without butter or sugar, contains up to 31 milligrams of magnesium and 542 milligrams of potassium. These numbers may not seem impressive at first, but in the context of age-related deficiency, they're pure gold for bone strength. Let's start with magnesium, the mineral that activates vitamin D in your body. Without magnesium, vitamin D can't function to help your body absorb calcium. A study published in Osteoporosis International found that older adults with low magnesium levels had up to a 44% higher risk of fractures compared to those with stable magnesium levels. And what about potassium? It helps neutralize excess acids in the body, preventing calcium from being leached out of bones. Think of it this way. If calcium is the brick that builds your bones, potassium is the mortar that holds them together. Potatoes, especially sweet potatoes and yams, are among the most accessible and digestible natural sources of potassium for older adults. On top of that, potatoes contain natural fiber, which helps stabilize blood sugar, a key concern for older adults at risk of diabetes. Chronic high blood sugar is also linked to bone loss over time. Pairing potatoes with a little extra virgin olive oil or sprinkling on some toasted sesame seeds not only enhances flavor, but also helps you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, and K, all of which play a role in bone health. What matters here isn't eating potatoes as part of a trendy new diet, but rather recognizing the nutritional value of a food so familiar it's often overlooked. Sometimes, the simplest things turn out to be the most solid solutions for an aging body. Potatoes are not a miracle, but when eaten the right way, like boiled or baked without frying or added sugar, each meal becomes a quiet act of protection for your bones. So, we've now explored 8 foods, from grapefruit to sweet potatoes, each one a piece of a natural armor designed to help you protect your skeletal frame, maintain flexibility, reduce the risk of fractures, and most importantly, preserve your independence. Together, these pieces form a clear picture: Strong bones don't come from distant miracles. They come from everyday choices that are simple, familiar, and within reach. Let's reflect for a moment. From citrus fruits rich in vitamin C that help your body build collagen, the foundation of bone structure, to dark leafy greens rich in calcium and vitamin K that quietly strengthen bone density. From the magnesium-packed sweetness of figs to the calcium and potassium in almond butter, every one of them plays a key role in fighting bone loss. We saw how milk is more than just a source of calcium. It's a symbol of nourishment and recovery. We were surprised by honey, once thought of as just a sweet treat, now revealed to subtly support mineral absorption. Then came salmon, the perfect source of vitamin D. And finally, the humble potato, a quiet powerhouse nurturing your body from the inside out. 8 foods, 8 puzzle pieces. But when you look closely, they come together like a sweet suit of armor that shields your bones against the wear and tear of time. And here's the good news. You don't need to rush to supplements or chase after miracle products. You simply need to eat mindfully, regularly, and choose wisely. Which of these foods do you already include in your daily routine? Do you have a tip or recipe for combining fruits or veggies that's helped you or a loved one keep your joints flexible and bones strong? Share it in the comments below. A single sentence from you might become the answer someone else has been searching for. And if you found this content genuinely helpful, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone you care about. Because health, especially after 60, is no longer just a personal journey. It's something we can preserve and pass on to one another. The journey to building a stronger, more resilient body doesn't end here. And I promise, the next episodes will continue to bring you practical, approachable, and science-based guidance. But for now, let your bones smile quietly, because today, you just learned how to take better care of them.